Hi Virgo, welcome to your April Tarotscope. It's Majori from the Punk Priestess, and let's get into your reading. Okay, so I'm starting out with here is a signifier. This is like the main energy that's happening for you. So let's see what good Tarot has in store. All right. And then I have here some oracle cards I'm going to pull in combination. You had a difficult month in March. I remember that reading. I was like, ooh, Virgos are going through it. So let's see, now that we're in April and we're going to be moving into some earthy Taurus energy, how that would be for you. Okay, so strong starts. I have the Emperor here, upright. And then I have air, the element of air in connection to this. And Emperor is Aries energy. So, you're feeling this sign, you're feeling the energy of Aries, and then eventually towards the end of the month, we're going to have our shift into Taurus season. But, for you, thinking about expressing yourself, thinking about what you want to have control over in your life, how do you want to move forward with a better sense, a greater sense of control, and being able to sit on your throne more comfortably. And we still have Mercury in Aries, and then on the 10th, it's going to go into Taurus. So it's like a good time to really speak things into existence, opening up your mouth, speaking your truth, being very clear, honest, and open and direct about what it is that you want and, how you want things to change. And, what's your plan? You've been formulating it for so long in your mind. Now it's time to express it to the public, express it to people, your audience. And not backing down and being afraid of expressing yourself and the reaction you're going to get. With Emperor energy too, it's about the self, it's about your brain, it's about empowerment. And how are you empowering yourself? By using your voice, which is your greatest weapon, your greatest tool. You've had a journey. You're on a spiritual journey, but you're really curious and open to seeking guidance and help from others, and also being a change maker, shifting a lot of things. Okay, so this is what I pulled here, and then we'll go through it. So I have the Queen of Wands upright. Love to see it. I have the Two of Swords reversed, and then the Four of Swords upright. So we're going to look at this Two of Swords as like what is on one side of the sword and what's on the other side of the sword. And we have the Queen of Wands on one side upright, and then we have the Four of Swords upright. So for you, it's kind of like take action or have rest. Step into your power, or have a moment of reflection. And it's reversed here because you've made the decision. You now know the truth of what it is you want to put your mind towards and your energies towards. And for you, maybe it's one and the same. It's one in both. Maybe right now you want to spend Aries season using this fiery energy to really go after things. Maybe you feel motivated and inspired to just do it. Do the damn thing. You've been waiting for so long. You've been in suspension for so long. You've been in hermit mode for so long. The weather's starting to get nicer. You're starting to come out of hibernation. You're now, the frost is melting. There's new greenery for you to eat. Like, it's a very abundant time, and the abundance is just beginning because the weather's going to get nicer. And by the time the sun moves into Taurus, you're going to feel like you can really pasture and graze on the land. So it is definitely, these two work together. This is ultimate Aries energy. It's like you're feeling that heat on your back. You're ready to catapult yourself, and at least verbally speak that new life into existence and start formulating those mental plans of action. If you want to go on a trip, booking that short trip, or if maybe there's a long distance trip you want to go on. But it's definitely, you're not shying away from the spotlight. You're not shying away from doing what you want to do this time. You've been so hesitant because you've had so many things that you were worrying about, thinking about, trying to get into gear. Then you realized, I'm going to spend my whole life worrying and reflecting and sitting out on the sidelines. I need to live. And this is a season for you to live. Lost my train of thought, but just thinking for a little bit. Anyways, sorry. But it's just definitely a time for you to live and time for you to just like grab Aries season by the balls. Do it. And then by the time Taurus season happens, you'll be able to relax a little bit. And you'll feel more connected to that element. But right now you need to move. You need to wake up from your slumber and do some things. Do the damn things. Okay. Trying not to like get this all messed up for you. Very particular Virgos. The spread has to be intact. Pulling some oracle cards here as clarifiers. Okay, so I have here with the Queen of Wands, I have interesting duality. I have pigs and fishes surround you. I have let your edges be liquid for the Two of Swords reversed. And then I have same, but different. So, you know, what once was clear is not that clear. It's deeper than that. So we have the pigs and fishes surrounding you. And this is just kind of like a warning, like, who are the peasants in the crowd? Who are the energy vampires? And I think it's just like, just being so discerning like this season, and like really like who deserves your access to your good energy and who is someone who's just going to take advantage of it and deplete it. And I think for you, it's like, you feel very powerful. You feel like super connected with yourself, and you feel like you're having an awakening. And you gotta see if like their external environment, if your social groups and friendships, the people you are connecting with, if they mirror your environment, if they mirror you, or are they kind of bringing you down. So you might kind of be feeling like, wow, I feel so great, I'm vibing, I'm on another level, I'm elevated, but everyone around me is like stale and not really giving me any life. They're just like trying to take my life force. And I definitely feel you need to kind of speak to that, being like, these are my verbal boundaries. Like, don't come at me if you're having a bad day because I'm feeling good. You know, it's just like really being mindful about the energy that you're connecting with and circulating with, and who are the pigs and fishes that are surrounding you, and how can you get rid of them. Let your edges be liquid. So it's definitely, you know, mentally you've had a go. You've had a run around. This is not your first rodeo, but it's just like, you can't let the hardness of the past couple months, past couple weeks harden. You can't let it hard you. You can't let it detach you from your feelings. You just have to be liquid. You have to let your edges be liquid. You have to be soft, because in order to really allow yourself to connect with your true self, you need to be open and vulnerable and available to you, so you can get to know you on a deeper and compassionate level. Same, but different. When it comes to, you know, these thoughts on your mind, you might still feel like, okay, I didn't really resolve much. I'm still thinking about the same stuff. I'm still worrying about the same like conflicts, and there's still so much uncertainty going on in the world. Like, these things, you know, are still circulating in the back of your mind. It's just now you're putting that energy into a more useful direction. It's like, you're not going to fixate on what you can't control. You're going to worry and move forward on things you can control. So, of course, there's so much uncertainty still left to be discovered and to work out at a later date. But right now, you got to do what you're being called to do. And a lot of that work is movement towards a new future and moving away from people who are just not honestly giving you anything worth writing home about. You're just like, oh my God, how did I get myself in this mess? And maybe it's because you were so fixated on trying to uphold what you knew was on the way out instead of trying to build a new future. And now you're in the process of building something new. And that's great. But you just have to know your old world has to dismantle if you want to really step into that new beginning. And that's where you're trying to figure out how to control that. what goes and what stays. I want to pull another clarifier here. Ooh, this one's jumping out, so we're just gonna take that. Take it as it comes. Not gonna stress my life. Okay, so I have some astrology cards here, and I have Libra. And then I have the moon in favorable position. On the 16th, we actually have our full moon in Libra, so very awesome there. And then I have Hunt. So let's go to this Libra full moon on the 16th. So, you know, for you, this is going to really be impacting your relationships. This can be a lot of work relationships, colleagues. This can be even like romantic partnerships. And it's just really thinking about, like, do you want these people on your hunt still? Or is this the hunt that you want to take with these people? Are they pigs and fishes? Or, you know, is this person the same from different? Like, it's like you date the same people, or it's just like a recycling of the same type of energy in your life. They're recycling of the same type of job. They're recycling of the same type of circumstances, appearances, whatever it is. How do you want to shift the scales in your favor so you have more equality in your life? You have more power and control. And Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. And it's like, you can't do this work alone. You need other people to help you on your mission. And it's for you, it's choosing the right people accordingly to go on this hunt, go on this quest for your truth and this beginning that you want to have. Who are your supporters? Who are your enemies? Who are people who are in it for the long haul? Not the people who are just there to have you around to help fulfill their own desires and their needs. They're just using you as a stepping stone, you know? So I feel like you really need to open up your heart a little bit and not just be so plagued by the past. Do not have yourself get hardened, let your edges become liquid. So you can really see, are these people in my life the same but different? They're still pigs and fishes, just like different faces, different clothes, different names. Maybe you need to get out of your own cycle. And maybe by the full moon, you'll resolve some of these issues and realize, no, I'm not going to continue upholding these friendships. No, this is not the space for me to grow in. No, this relationship needs to end. Or, you know, or it can be like, actually, no, these relationships are they're not pigs and fishes. They are people who, people who are going to help bring me to a greater sense of truth within myself. So it's a very, very strong full moon that we have. And then we have our solar eclipse at the end of the month in Taurus. So it's kind of like we have a lot of beginnings and endings here. So that is the reading, Virgo. And if you want a personal reading with me, you can definitely head over to my website. I'm open for astrology and tarot readings for April and May. And I also just released a new spell candle collection for April. And it was on the Aries new moon. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much. And I will see you next month.